Welcome to the church office.
Thanks for stopping by.
We've got another just kind of an update, but we
Update
also want to
week,
share a
yep.
few things. PJ's got a class coming up
Yep.
in January, so we want to
Yep.
talk a little bit about that. So, event updates. What do we
Yeah.
have going on?
We got a
Let's
lot.
see.
It's. I mean, we're like ramping up to Christmas here, so there's
It's
a lot going on.
Wednesday. We're taping on Wednesday, December 4th. This is my favorite spot to tape, PJ, because right out the windows here in the conference room, you can see what's going on. And there's always just kind of people running around.
It does kind of feel like a mission control sitting right here.
It really it does.
You can see in different directions.
Yeah, command post.
Yeah.
Right. Guard center.
Yeah.
Maybe those things. All right, we have the children's Christmas program is a week from today. That's kind of a big thing that the children are ramping up for. They put in a lot of work. December 11th, matinee at 1:30. And then your evening performances are at 6:30.
6:30, yep.
Is this the first year we've gone from 7 to 6:30?
Yeah, moving it from 7 to 6:30, kind of inching it up a little bit.
So you may see in some of our publications, it takes a while to chase down all the publications. So it might say 7 somewhere, and if that throws you off, we apologize. So hopefully we can get it out there in all our social media posts. 6:30 is the time.
Yeah.
PJ, how much different? Well, not for you, because you grew up with this.
Yeah, I grew up here.
Christmas program.
Yeah. Now this one I've never done before, but there are specific programs that I did as a kid that are still being done. So yeah, same exact thing. I mean,
when I was a child, I was in smaller churches.
Yeah.
And after the children's Christmas program was basically 5 or 6 kids awkwardly reciting lines from Luke chapter 2.
Yeah.
Okay. They would give us, and I recreated what we received.
Okay.
And I kind of told you a little bit about this. You would receive a lunch bag, okay? Just a standard brown lunch bag. And it would be filled with a combination of peanuts in the shell.
Where did you find peanuts?
Peanuts in the shell. Well, I got it. And the great thing about this is also in the lunch bag, you would find not wrapped, but loosely wrapped hard candies. That's what I tried to recreate here.
So
you would find, a mint. You would find a lemon drop. You would find a butterscotch. All not individually wrapped.
Yeah. That came.
Right. So what happened here is the salt from the peanuts would get on it. You know where that salty sweet kind of craze started?
This is where it came about.
1970s, St. John's Lutheran churches all over the Midwest.
Oh, man. So this was like a gift bag or a Christmas bag.
Every kid who participated in the program got one of these. How do I know that this is in the Midwest, not nationwide?
Yeah.
I'm talking to Leah Johnson, our 8th grade teacher.
Yep.
Okay, she's quite a bit younger than me, but we're close to the same generation. Okay, and she was on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
And I was telling Leah about how different our program is because we got this, and this.
Yep.
And she said, "Jay, that's exactly what I got." She was in St. Louis, Missouri. This bag with everything in it. And I said to her, and she said to me, "Did you get the apple or the orange?" I said, the orange.
Wow.
Every bag came with peanuts, loose hard candy, and an orange, because apparently there was a scurvy outbreak in the Midwest in the 1970s. And Leah got the exact same thing. I'm not kidding. I double checked with her today.
Yeah.
I did some research.
This is unthinkable.
Fact checking
today that you would just get unwrapped. But I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'd be happy to.
PJ, you're giving out peanuts in a bag. Yeah. Just think about that for a second. Anyway, when I told Leah I was going to use this as a prop for today's kind of announcements, she said, her eyes got real big. She said, "Are you giving them to everybody?" She was really excited. I said, "No, just giving it to PJ because he's never gotten one."
I've never had this.
Now you do.
And I'm someone who would actually appreciate this.
Excellent.
That's great.
What do you got going on? You got a prop there. You want to tell us about it?
This prop here.
This week? Yes.
This prop was handed to me by one of our preschool teachers,
all right,
Mrs. Zanley.
Okay.
Because Mrs. Zanley, along with Janice, they run Bible bucks.
Right.
So these are buck antlers.
Nice. Oh, top notch.
And she walked into my office and said, "Pastor, I need you to put on these antlers during your church office update." And I said, "Okay, that sounds great."
And you said, "Absolutely, I will."
So Bible bucks, and I mean, The kids do love the Bible Bus.
They do. It's such a fun. It's a neat program.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
and Joyce.
Mine might have been on backwards.
I don't know because it's hard to see. I don't know. Were you backing up? I mean, I'm sure.
Right. Yeah.
All depends.
But the kids love it. It's a great way to get them excited about Sunday school in general, and so that's this weekend. So bring them in.
I might have to come out Sunday morning just wearing this.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You mean for service or for the Bible?
No, for service. Why not?
Okay. I was thinking maybe you walk out to Sunday school, but
just
you can start the service. Yeah,
just at 9 o'clock. Yeah, they won't care.
Yeah. Okay, so that's this weekend.
And let's see, last week we gave away some advent calendars.
Yeah.
We have some extras. We'll probably just have these setting out, probably somewhere in the front. You'll see them either in the entryway or in the West Gallery or in that entryway. So pick up one of these, even though we're about a weekend Advent, still not too late to start with your advent calendar. I thought there was one more event. Oh, the preschool Christmas program.
Oh, that's on Monday.
It's basically just our preschool classes.
Yep.
Singing some songs.
Yep.
And then, even though we don't condone gambling here in this place, it might be fun, PJ, just to show up and maybe just put a small wager down.
Yeah.
On the kid that kind of cries first.
Oh, I see.
It happens.
There's always going to be a crier.
It's going to happen.
They're three.
These kids. Yeah.
Especially, I think we can make a wager, especially if there's no money involved. We make a wager that has to do with.
Ooh, how about this? How about this? See, once again, there's people.
Oh, the fifth graders are waving to us.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. How about this? If I win, all right, you have to wear this out the next time you have service. If you win, then I'll do that as well.
I might be paying a kid to cry.
That's right. That's right. You know a few more.
I know a couple preschoolers.
Yeah. Friends of Levi and Zeke. Yeah. All right, that's not a bad call. Anyway, so that's a fun thing.
Yeah, that'll be good. That's Monday night.
Yeah, so a lot more stuff is coming up.
Yeah.
We'll kind of continue to update you with this. You know where I got all these, PJ? So I got these from the
staff meeting.
The program staff agenda. Do you know our program staff meeting has an agenda?
I've seen this sheet before. It's very, very official.
It's a really good idea. Yeah. All right, excellent. All right, PJ, tell us about the class that you got coming up in January.
So
we're talking about it a little bit today at lunch, and you're really excited.
I'm excited. So every January and every June, I have to go to St. Louis for a week at a time, and so I just finished an exegetical class. Exegetical just meaning studying scripture. Mm-hmm. I just finished Old Testament, and now this next class is going to be New Testament.
Okay.
So we on Zoom met the professor this past week, and he's just a total Bible geek. He just loves the Bible. He loves the New Testament, and he loves teaching it. And it was great. So we had a 2-hour session all together. Just started to dive into the New Testament a little bit. But that's what we're going to do. Is he said during that week that we're all together, we are going to be walking through the entire New Testament. And so I have a big decision to make.
Okay.
I have to decide what Bible am I going to bring with me. And so I thought, I would bring out a few Bibles that maybe we could look at and you could help advise me. And I asked if you would bring a few of your go-to Bibles so we could kind of see, what the different Bibles are that could be an option.
All right. Well, I'll walk you through first the three main sources that I have.
Okay.
If I need a hands-on Bible, obviously one of the first things I do when I come in, I'm sitting down.
Yep.
The first one, I'll just open up Bible Gateway. Gateway is a tab that's always open on there. And if I'm in the midst of doing some research, I'll also open up the interlinear so that I can go, the easy Greek or Hebrew or that kind of a thing. But if I have a hands-on type Bible thing, this is where I start. This is the Bible of my college, seminary, and ministry. This is the Concordia Self-Study Bible.
CSSB.
The CSSB.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it's got
pages. So this is well-worn. This is a well-worn Bible for you.
You've got the pages that are ripped, that are, you're going to go through there, and you're going to see notes kind of thing. And that's kind of, eventually where I'll land is that. But this is the one that I've used for years and years and years. Now, I would have pretty much just had the two, but then recently the Lutheran Study Bible has come out. And this is basically this same Bible in the ESV translation. And so you can see, not as worn.
Right.
Not as worn, because I just grew up.
There's something about the Bible you grew up with, what you learned in.
And so this is ESV. It's basically, they're both scholarly translations.
Yeah.
They're both, they're They're fantastic. We're blessed in our Lutheran church. We've had this conversation many times. We're blessed to have God's word in the Greek and the Hebrew,
Yep.
in a language we can read in a scholarly fashion and can trust that it is accurate, which helps for us in the our doctrine of the inerrant word of God.
Yep.
Point being, though, the language here is just a little different. It's just the cadence is a little different.
Yeah. ESV is a little closer to original language cadence. NIV gives you a little more nuance in English, which is really nice when you're reading it in English.
PJ, it's not unlike joining a new football team, which I've never done, so can obviously speak about.
Okay, yeah.
The cadence of the signals is a little bit different.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
You have to learn kind of a new signal calling and like. So while we're on the topic, then go Lions tonight. Big
That's right. That's tonight.
Well. Yeah. So you've got those two. So this one though, I'll read for the commentary and that. Okay. So basically, here's the one that people don't often know about: the Thompson Chain Reference Bible.
Oh.
So the Thompson Chain Reference Bible links all the ideas to other things.
Interesting. I've never seen this.
If I'm reading in, let's say, Philippians chapter 2, every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, right?
Yep.
And so I'll go to that, and it'll say Christ Lordship or something like that.
Yep.
And then it will list the section back here where all the verses about Christ's Lordship are talked about.
Interesting.
And so now I've got 8 verses about that topic in one place.
Yep.
And it's all linked in that way. Plus, it's got a lot of great articles. I've had this. This had to be a college graduation present.
Yeah.
Yep. My name is on there as well. So yeah, Thompson Chain Reference. It's a little known one.
And what translation is it?
This is the NIV.
This is NIV. Okay.
Yeah, this was the NIV.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of, it's an easy research thing. There are times in which I say, okay, I know that Bible verse is here. I might remember a theme, but not the exact reference. And in 5 minutes, I can find it with this. Now, you could probably do the same thing with Bible Gateway.
Yeah.
Okay, but for me, being a...
whatever tool you're used to using, though, I mean, it's,
So those are the 3 hands-on ones that I use.
Yep.
Interlinear and Bible Gateway, I use the online thing.
Yep.
So as you're deciding, I guess what I would say to you is think in terms of, like this right here, this has over 30 years of just little notes.
Right. That's the key.
Down,
yeah.
Right. And so there'll be times when I'm reading through that, it's like, okay, that's right. I remember that theme. Okay.
Yep.
There's time like this thing here. I've got, comments on this. Okay. Oh, that's right. This refers here. I've got little notes. Oh, that's right. This Greek word means this, which gives you a little bit of insight there. So I would think of the one that is going to serve you well 30 years from now. Get all your notes in one.
Yeah.
What's the note-taking Bible?
Okay.
Right? What's the note-taking one?
Yeah.
So with that in mind, then, what are you between? Where you at?
So here's what I've got. So this one, this is going to be, I know this is going to be a no. This is my Bible study Bible, not when I'm doing my personal study, but when I'm leading Bible study, this is the Bible that I use. And it'll be obvious to see when I open it because look at how massive the text is.
That's awesome.
Okay. There's no notes
for reading.
There's no notes. I mean, you can, if I just hold it up right there, you can probably read it from back there. I mean, it's just, I think Jackie got this for me for my birthday this year, or Christmas last year or something, but it's just a mass. So that way I can put it on the podium and I can read it from pretty far away.
Sure.
So, but it wouldn't be great necessarily in the classroom, I don't think. And it's big,
Wouldn't call it, that's a show Bible.
Right. Yeah. This is
it's like for
this
show.
is when you leave up on a pedestal.
It's a show Bible.
Yeah.
Right.
So now
it's really cool. I love this thing.
Yeah.
That's just cool looking. And that's ESV.
That's ESV.
That's
okay.
awesome.
So this particular version, this particular book was just donated to me just this week, and this is a Greek and Hebrew interlinear printed. So you got look. No, this is the exact top of the text. Is so small.
I can't even read this. You need a magnifier.
Right. So you get the Hebrew with the English, interlinear with it here. And then but usually that's 2 separate books if you do get it in book, but you flip to the New Testament and now you've got the Greek as well.
Got your Greek in there. Yeah.
So this would be a good choice because you've got original languages there along with the English, which is great. Right. So the translation in an interlinear is not, I actually don't know. They give you a translation here, but typically in an interlinear, it's not really a translation. They just strictly translate individual words for you, which is not the same thing as translating the whole Bible.
Yeah, the challenge with translating Greek and Hebrew into English is making it readable.
Yeah.
And that's why, for those of you veterans like me, remember that's why the King James Version reads as clunky as it does. Let's just get the accurate translation. Let's worry about readability later.
Yeah.
That's why it is. The RSV, Revised Standard Version, that was the translation of my youth. Confirmation.
Yeah.
They were kind of not the first, but they were ones that they said, you know what, we have to do both. accuracy and readability. And then that's where it was precursor to the NIV, ESV kind of a thing. So, yeah, this is basically the interlinear Bible that I have on the internet, that you have on the internet, which, on my phone as well, in format.
Yes. And that's a big choice, too. Right. That's a big decision. I'm actually struggling with this right now, is do I use paper tools or digital tools?
Wow.
And I don't, because moving forward, I mean, it's probably going to be digital, but I don't know. There's something about a physical, particularly with a Bible, the actual paper, is just the way it feels in your hands. And so I'm kind of struggling with that move, but I've actually stopped. I haven't bought any more commentaries because if I make the transition to digital, I'll want them digitally. Mm-hmm. You can get them into the Bible software and everything. And so I'm struggling with this.
Don't worry about the digital commentaries, all right? You and my nephew Jacob can somehow share that commentary set that I am amassing right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because, how many volumes are there right now? There's probably 50 volumes now, and there's going to be another 50.
I'm in the fourth quarter of my career still adding commentaries.
Yeah.
For whom? My nephew.
That's right. That's right. So then these are the two Bibles that actually sit open on if you go walk into my office, these two will almost always both be open. Yep. Not always at the same page, but these two will be open on my desk probably, because these are the two I actually use on a daily basis. One's ESV, one's NIV. And so what you talked about is this is the one that I actually am now putting notes into.
You are, okay.
Yeah. So this is a Bible there's no study notes in here, but it's got margins on the side for you to write.
Right.
So, but that's pretty new. This is actually, this is from the seminary. They gave this to us on our first day of class. So I've had this one for 2 years. So I only have two.
You got a Bible?
I got a Bible.
Leather bound, nice Bible?
Yeah.
You know what I got?
What'd you get?
Course directory. That's what I got. Did you get a staff too when you joined your
Well, that was from the Michigan district.
That's what I mean. You still got that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Gift giving is this is this is your gift.
The Michigan district staff.
What'd you get?
Congregational directory. That's what I got.
Well, yeah. Well, directories aren't so much a thing anymore. That's probably why.
No, that is.
So I think this is the one. Yeah. Because, like you said, having the one that you put notes in, maybe that matters more than any of the other stuff we're talking about. Is
just have the consistent one.
Yeah.
Because there'll be times in which I'm reading through this one, it's like, oh, there's no. Well, now I've got two of these.
Yeah.
And again, it's more of a, whatever you're used to there. But yeah, I do like the thought of having one in which primarily that. And you told me an interesting thing, like your class just reading through.
Yeah.
Tell everybody about
the
preparation that your professor gave to you and how applicable that might be for us.
Yeah, so we said, hey, is there anything we need to have done by the time we get to St. Louis and we're all in the room together? And the seminary professor said, well, there's no homework you have to do or anything, but what I would like you to do is between now and then read and take notes on the New Testament. I'm like, well. What does that mean? Because the New Testament is shorter than the Old Testament, but it's a lot of text still.
Yeah, right.
There's like 300 chapters in the New Testament or something.
Right, and take notes. Yeah, whatever jumps out of you.
So I've got that was just on Monday. I've made my way through Matthew and Mark now. So I'm making good progress, but I'm just reading through the New Testament and taking notes. I really can't complain, because is there a more sort of worthwhile way for me to spend my time and a worthwhile activity?
Because your classes are just going to be talking with your group about just talking about the Bible for a couple hours, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That'd be like if I asked to ask the professor, what do I do to prepare for this class? And he said, Jay, I need you to go out and play 36 holes.
Yeah.
And take notes on it.
Yeah. Take notes as you go. Yeah.
Take notes on the 36.
I feel like this is the class that people probably think seminary is, where mostly you go there and you study the Bible, and obviously that is part of it.
Sure,
but there is other stuff that we've done as well. But this is kind of like the classic seminary class, I think.
I meant to ask you: are you still in the same group?
So it's the same ordination. Group. Same group of guys that are going through it together. Yeah, so it's me and kind of neat and like 7 other guys, and we know each other pretty well at this point because we spend a few weeks a year. We live in a house together during that week and.
Animal house.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. I'm sorry, it just jumped in my head. did they also get ordained as you did?
Yeah, everybody
they're
pretty
on the
much.
same
Now
path.
they don't. It doesn't. It's dependent, but everybody in my group, for the most part, got ordained also this past summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat. That kind of binds you guys together.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Big time.
That's really neat. Awesome. Okay. I think that's all that we have for
we're
this
ready.
time. And so we'll catch up with you. We'll update you on some more events that are happening. Make sure you want to set aside some time. If you do want to set aside some time to join us for the children's Christmas program,
Yeah.
even if you don't have a kid here.
Oh yeah. No, it's. I mean, it's
still
worthwhile. Yeah.
I would advise to you that if you have time during the day, that 1:30 matinee time on Wednesday.
Wednesday 1:30.
It's not as crowded as the evening ones.
Yep.
And so you're certainly welcome to attend here, and it really is a neat thing. It's very different. The thing that makes it so different is that chorus setup that we have.
Yeah.
That's the thing that jumped out at me relative to other small churches that I'd been a part of.
Yep.
On Vicarage and when I was at the SEM, is just that initial song when you've got over 150 kids kind of in the bleachers, all right, and just the sheer volume and celebration that exists in that is really special. It's a special part of our Christmas celebration here at Christ the King, and we certainly would invite you to join us.
Absolutely.
All right. Until then, we'll see you next time.